Clarence TV speaking to Chelmsford City manager Robbie Simpson after 2-0 defeat here to Hampton. What's your assessment of that one, Robbie?
Really disappointing afternoon for us, to be honest with you. And I didn't think we were at the races from minute one. We didn't compete physically. They ran harder than us. They were first to the loose ball pretty much at every opportunity, and the goal sums that up really. We weren't physical enough with the first contact, and then the loose ball we weren't bright enough to get on that loose ball, and that's the first goal, and that was typical of the whole game, but particularly in that first half. We just didn't get started. Really disappointing from our point of view. Second half we had a bit more of a go, but we still just lacked that bit of impetus really, and we obviously conceded. I think decision making as well from start to finish today. Our decision making was appalling at best. And yeah, just an afternoon really not to forget, because I've just said to the players there, I want us to remember today, because it's a big wake-up call that we can't drop our levels. Doesn't matter how we set up, shape up, anything. If you haven't got that levels of intensity, aggression, physicality, willingness to run, brightness to get on loose balls, if you haven't got that, then it's going to be a tough season for you, because there's no easy games in this league. They're relentless. Hampton have been on a really bad run, but they'll tell you themselves, and I've watched them, they've been the better team in a lot of those games, but it just hasn't gone their way, and we knew we had to be really good today to get a result, and we weren't, unfortunately, and I thought they played quite well.
And when we're not at our best, we might need a bit of help from the officials. Cal Da Costa could have had a couple of penalties in that first half, dragged down, and then he got kicked and he ended up having to go off injured.
Yeah, as bad as we were, we definitely should have had one penalty and probably two, but listen, that would have been a get out of jail free card for us really. Obviously would have liked to have going at the break 1-1 rather than 1-0 down, and I think the second half you see a better performance from us and less rushed, and but listen, we weren't good enough in that first half. We deserved to be 1-0 down. They were the better team by a distance really. We deserved to be at least 1-0 down, so no fault there, but like you say, even being as bad as we were, we still created some moments where we looked threatening, and like I say, we could have and should have had a couple of penalties, but yeah, that doesn't decide the result today. Us, and that's why it hurts really, coming here, our place. We've set a marker down this season about how if teams are going to come here and take something, they're going to have to be very, very good, and I do think Hampton were good today, but I didn't think they had to be. I'm not sure they even got out of third or fourth gear really. They definitely didn't hit fifth gear, so and that's the biggest disappointment, and that's what hurts the most today, because we've set our stall out right from the start of this season about how hard to beat we want to be at home, and if a team's going to take any points away, let alone three, that they're going to have been good on the day, and unfortunately that wasn't the case today.
We sort of caused our own problems getting sort of yellow cards when you had to make changes because of that, and then the second goal comes from a sort of delay and a cross into the box, and they counter attack on that, so it's just not our day today, and one to move on.
Yeah, like decisive, like I said, decision making and conviction wasn't there. I lost count the amount of times where they've just got a toe on a cross coming in, or a block on a shot, or a little nick on a through ball, and that was down to their shape, but also and them being eager on the front foot, but down to our slow decision making and lack of conviction. And like I say, they've been tremendous so far this season. This is the first time where I've had to give them a bit of a wake-up call as to the standards and that they've set themselves, that we've set themselves. And if you dip just to 95%, you're going to be in for a long afternoon against anybody at this level. So you need to be 100%. And if you can see your teammate dripping to 95, you don't drop to 95 with him. You go at 100 and bring him back up, whether that be with your actions or your voice. And we didn't have that today.
And I suppose you learn more sometimes in defeats and than the victory sometimes, because it can sort of mask other issues maybe. But we've got a chance to put it right straight away on Monday with a huge game.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, let's say every game the players play, we learn something about them. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, we learn something, and so we've learned a lot today, and we'll certainly learn a lot come Monday about how we react to this, and going forward. You know, football's tough. It is a tough business, and like I say, if you're not at it, you can expect to take a hiding. And we didn't take a hiding today, don't get me wrong, but it's just a big wake-up call that if you're not at your maximum every single game, you're getting judged by me, by the fans, by your teammates, individually, and that counts. It does. Every little thing you do on a football pitch counts, and it's a short career, so you need to make the most of it.
And it's not all doom and gloom. We're fourth in the league in the FA Cup first round, got a home replay, so positives despite today. Oh
yeah. Listen, if you look at the start of the season we've had, we're very, very pleased with where we are. You know, we're punching well above our weight. We've got a great group of boys. You know, they'll be hurting today because it's not like them. And I'd be naive if I didn't think that we'd have a game like this throughout the course of the season. I'm glad it's happened now, because hopefully it's happened early enough that we can not let it happen again, or try not to let it happen again. But the boys have been amazing, and will continue to be. They're a great, honest bunch that love playing for this football club, and I think you can see that with the way they play and go about things. Unfortunately today, I'm annoyed today because on the face of it, it might look that they took their foot off the gas, saving themselves for Monday, but we spoke about that, and we didn't want that to be the case, so that's why it's even more disappointing today that some people might go away from today thinking that, because that's not us, that's not our identity. We treat the next game as the most important game, and today was really important for us, and unfortunately we just come up short.
Okay, hard lines today, Simo, and we'll speak to you again on Monday.
Cheers, mate, thank you.